Oh, believe me, we know. Men don't chase anything anymore. Men don't even chase money anymore. Only thing men chasing in 2025 is liquor because they're.
And if I ask for a back massage, I want it to only be a back massage.
Okay.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
a good one.
Yeah, well, if I got time to do all that.
No. We're laying in bed watching TV, and I want a good masseuse level back massage without you thinking anything else is going to happen. I need that.
I'll attempt it.
You've tried it and failed.
When he asks for dinner, he wants it to only be dinner. Michelin star level dinner, no yapping and no gossip about your coworkers. See, two people can play at this.
All right, for real, this is the last video that I'm gonna make, like, responding to somebody on this shit. But the fact that he just said, oh, I'm the culprit for men not approaching women anymore. Men are the culprit. Men.
Are women allowed to keep the money they make from working? Oh yeah. And is it still legal to beat your wife? No, absolutely not. The system may be flawed, but it is widely unaccepted. A lot of men get charged for it, and a lot of men advocate against it as well now. Wow, we really made it. So and women can do whatever career choice they want now? Oh yeah, the #1 career suggested to young, pretty women is OnlyFans. OnlyFans? Like air conditioning? Is that a company? I don't know. It's this website where women can sell sex, and it's like widely accepted on this thing called social media. I'm sorry, do you mean women who get pulled in by like pimps and are victims? Like they're no longer being sent to jail for being literal victims on the street? No, not like that. Well, yes, in some places, but no, it's empowerment. Prostitution is considered empowerment? Why not guarding your body from men? Now, careful, girl. In today's age, you could sound like a misogynist. What?
If you're a single guy in Newport Beach, why are you not hanging out at the Nobu Bar? Because it's literally all gorgeous women and there's not one man. It's literally the bar seats are full of women. Well, where's all the guys?
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
Some women simply don't want equality. They really don't. And if you have the audacity to treat them as an equal to a man, or with the same standards that you would hold a man, they get very upset and often cry some sort of ism. Take your pick, really. But why do some women seem to avoid being treated like equals to men? Because there are a lot of women out there that say that men should all be held to the same standard, that it's all men until it's no men. But yet if you apply that same logic to some of the things that women do, they don't like it. Why is that? Why don't some women want to be treated as equals to men, to truly experience the same things that men do? Is it because they realize that with equal rights comes equal responsibility? I think there's a lot to it in regards to that.
A woman can be very frustrated when a man that she wants is not chasing her. And that is how you get a woman to basically respect you, to respect the fact that, hey, this man is so focused, I'm going to drop my pride and I'm not going to expect him to chase me because I actually want this man. I actually want him. So there becomes a mutual respect. There becomes a mutual interest. And it's not just a man chasing a woman who wants every man to chase her.
If your boyfriend complains about doing normal boyfriend tasks, it's a huge red flag and you should know now.
Oh dear. Now, believe it or not, there are actually still quite a large number of women that genuinely believe in stereotypical gender roles. However, I must point out that this usually only applies to when they're in a relationship, and more pointedly, it only applies to the men. They believe that if they're in a relationship with a man, that the man should be performing all the stereotypical chores that would fall to a gentleman, such as taking out the trash, building things, lifting heavy objects, and taking care of the car. Yet many of these women, because they mistakenly call themselves feminists, mostly because they don't understand the definition of the term, would be very upset if someone insinuated that they should be performing stereotypical women's tasks, such as cooking and cleaning. So why is gender roles okay in one situation, but yet not in another?
aren't shooting their shots no more.
Yeah. Y'all ruined that.
Feminism ruined it.
You get accused of certain things, you're a creep.
If I'm not giving you eye contact, don't come up to me.
That's confusing.
Yeah, the eye contact is not.
No, I smile a little bit.
A lot of women have these issues between finding men that like them. Because a lot of girls would think if I walk up to a dude, I ask for him, he might think that I'm pressed and thirsty. And you're looking over there, you winking at me, I still have to approach you.
You don't think a wink is opening the door?
No.
If I wink at you, you need to come talk to me.
It might be something in your eyes. I don't know. Man wants to know that the door is open. He wants to pursue. Like, he doesn't want you to pursue him. He wants to pursue, but just know the door is open.
Okay. So I'm going to be better about that.
Wives, I really do not think you realize how much power you have in your touch. I am so serious. You put your hand on your husband's chest when he walks by. He is going to think about that for the next 3 hours. You grab his arm in public. He stands a little bit taller. You sit next to him and put your hand on his leg. Instant good mood. You are sitting next to him in the passenger seat and put your hand on the back of his neck while he's driving. He will absolutely love it. You hug him before work and don't let go right away. That man is smiling all the way to his truck. Men act tough, but they are so simple when it comes to the woman that they love. They just want to feel wanted. They want to feel liked. They just want to feel like their wife is happy to be with them. You want to know one of the easiest ways to make your husband feel like a king? Touch him first. Not when he asks for it, not when he's had a bad day, just randomly for no reason because he's yours and you love him. I'm telling you, wives really underestimate the power of their touch.
Why don't guys ask girls on dates anymore? All I'm getting is vague, let's hang out sometime energy. It's not that men stopped being interested, it's that dating apps trained everyone to wait for a green light, and social media made rejection feel permanent. One wrong move and suddenly you're a screenshot in a group chat. So instead of asking a girl out, they test the waters, send memes, flirt halfway, and drag out conversations for weeks with no plan. Meanwhile, women are left feeling like they're being kept warm instead of chosen. No time, no place, no intention, just constant low-effort attention. Confidence didn't disappear, it just became rare, and that's why the guy who actually says, "I want to take you out, when are you free?" immediately stands out.
And I see also a lot of men that ask the question, especially after some of these videos where women are complaining and they're saying this type of stuff with their entire chest. They're saying this type of stuff with their entire chest. So a man is like, wow, how would you want me to approach you? How would you want me to chase or pursue? Or I'm confused. Like, what do you want me to do? And the fact of the matter is, a lot of these modern women, they don't even know. They don't even understand what they want. And that's why running around trying to figure out, a lot of men just say, forget it. She's acting crazy, and that's not something I want to be a part of.
The type of man that you actually want is not just looking for beauty or chemistry. He is paying attention to how you handle yourself. Because in the same way that you want him to open up, he's watching to see if you can own your own reactions. In the same way you want emotional depth from him, he's craving peace from you. Not perfection, just a woman that is aware, who can pause, who doesn't let every single emotion turn into something he has to carry. You want a man that can lead, right? Well, then he needs to feel that he can lead without being challenged every single time he tries to step up. You want him to hold space for you, but he's hoping you won't turn your emotions into something he has to fix or absorb. Now, don't get me wrong. A good man is not scared of your feelings. He just gets worn down when everything turns into tension and nothing turns into growth. This is not about men versus women. It's about two people showing up with intention, taking responsibility, and actually playing their role well. And a lot of women don't have a man problem. They have a pattern. They haven't taken ownership yet.
What is up with this whole movement against single moms? I've had 5 comments today that I've had to delete about how I have no value because I'm a single mom. Y'all don't even know people's stories. What if the BD? Like, what? Why do y'all always gotta come for a woman? You know how much that says about you? You're nothing as a man if you have to degrade women to feel better about yourself, especially a random woman on the internet. A single mom? You're degrading a single mom? Huh? I do everything for my child. I'm the man and the woman. What's wrong with you? There's nothing wrong with me. You don't know my story. You don't know how I got here. What's wrong with you for trying to put down a woman? Are you okay? You're blocked. 0%.
Come on, babe. I'm sorry.
Never argue with your wife when she's driving.
Is you gonna
Look at her. Being stupid and
please drive?
please. The
Fuck it,
fuck?
we're gonna go in.
If I was him, I would wait for her to come to a stop and then I'd call the cops on her and show them that video. There is no way your feeling is more important than your life. You're telling me that because y'all are having an argument and you're all up in your emotions, you decide to let go off the steering wheel. Not just putting y'all's life at risk, but other people's life at risk. And do you think that this is okay? You think that you should be allowed to be this stupid? I swear, I would have called the cops and showed them that video and I would have gotten a divorce after. And then him, like a whole idiot, is gonna say, please grab the steering wheel. Are you the man or what? Like, what the are you begging her for? Yo, this is why they act this stupid. And they think they can get away with it because I'm pretty sure he never reported her. And so guess what? She knows he's not gonna do anything about it, so she's gonna continue to behave this way. I can't stand them.
Real men attract, they don't chase. At least that's what my father always told me. As a man, if you are well calibrated, meaning, you know, you working, got a trade of some sort or a career, got your own place, you're taking care of yourself, you know, you're working out, you're doing all the things necessary to become the best version of yourself. I got a little news flash for y'all fellas. These women will be beating down your DMs trying to get with you. They're lonely. They're lonely. All you have to do is be a man that looks like he got his shit together, and I promise you, you will never have problems with getting. Real men attract. They do not chase. I promise you. While you're chasing your dreams and your goals, you'll start to notice that women are trying to be around you, hitting your DMs up, asking you out on dates. I promise you. Real men attract. We don't chase.
How long do you think it should take a man to propose?
I'm with a year and a half, 2 years. But I saw potential, and I wanted to be his backup.
I asked you, how long do you think it should take a man to propose?
A year and a half.
Okay, lean in. Let me talk to you. Lean in a little bit.
I know.
No, 6 months. A man knows whether or not he wants to be married or not. Men do not fall in love and decide to get married. That's what you guys do. Husbands go looking for wives. How many times have you heard stories where we met and under 30 days we were married? 6 months. You can run any background check or anything you need to know about somebody with today's connected world and have the wealth of information. Because you can't know about it. You won't know anybody until you actually are married and move in together. You won't know the truth. So I reject when I see unmarried dudes that have never been married talking about, oh man, that's gonna take me at least 2 or 3 years. Just say you don't want to be married, dude. You're not ready for it. And conversely, a lot of women have bought into this stuff. You don't have 2 or 3 years. It should take 6 months or less. So let me help the young women, the young ladies. If you know you want to be married, lead with marriage. And don't deal with men who are not talking about marriage, not as a global concept, but specifically put a clock on it.
And so, you go through these comments, and the thing about it is that these modern women, they're not self-aware at all. Like, at all. They're not good at it. They think they know something, but they don't. There was a guy in the comments of one of the videos, and he was just kind of going back and forth with a woman. Men really try to understand where women are coming from. So he's saying, so what made you think this guy was hitting on you? Right? It sounds like he was just being a good neighbor. He was making small talk. You have to understand that what you're thinking a lot of times, the guy isn't thinking that. He's just, kind of talking to you. He has a different mindset. And then somebody responded and said, girls always can tell when the vibes are off. And then she said, I understand, but I promise, the vibes were weird. You think that. That's what you feel like. That doesn't mean it's true. Modern women have a problem thinking that what their reality is what everybody else's reality is. Their world is the same as everybody else's world. It's not.
Okay, valid question. How come men don't ask women out in like public places like grocery stores and stuff like that anymore? I feel like when the apps came out, everybody kind of just gave up on meeting people in person. I do wonder if it has to do with like a fear of rejection, or if it's like you're worried that they might be married, which there is only one way to figure that one out. So just try and see. It's not like it's going to follow you around for the rest of your life. And they're not going to be like, wow, that jerk just thought I was not married. They're going to be like, how flattering was that? That guy just asked me out. I feel great. That makes me feel pretty. Usually, unless you're creepy about it. But I kind of wonder why nobody does that anymore. Because it's like, I'll see people and I'll even like see you guys check me out in a nice way. I don't like the creepy ways. But nobody ever says anything. The only people who ever have asked me out in person in a public place are high schoolers and 20-something-year-olds. And it's so gross. I'm like, you realize I could be your mother. And that's disgusting. And I would never, no. I tend to like people that are my own age or maybe a little bit older. But I don't understand in this age group or in general, like, why is nobody doing this?
Who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I got options.
Who is actively pursuing you to be their wife?
I've got options.
No, that would be a fiance. See, this is where the truth comes in. Man, you don't have these kind of options. Then you wouldn't be here. If you actually had options, the kind and caliber of men that you want, then they were really considering you to be their wife, you wouldn't be here right now. You're a baby mama of 2. Mm-hmm. And are you telling me you're dating someone seriously?
Yeah, I always have options.
I'm going to ask you one more time, and if you are vague, I'm going to bid you a good night. Are you dating someone seriously?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been seeing one another?
It's been like 2 years.
2 years. Has he expressed any desire to make you his wife?
Yes.
Has he taken you ring shopping in the last 2 years?
We've been ring shopping, yeah.
When?
3 months ago.
3 months ago.
It just doesn't feel like someone I want to be with forever.
Are you telling me you are seeing someone, the man who's actively considering you is the man you want to be with? And you said, I've got options. What it is it's hard for you to deal with the truth. What it is one, you don't have a man that you want considering you to be his wife. You got a man that you don't want who sounds like he would take you, but you don't want to marry him. That's why it's been 2 years.
This is an unpopular opinion, but man-hating content is the of our dating culture. And I'm not saying that to be a pick-me, but I watch a lot of stuff.
This is absolutely true. A lot of times when people say social media has ruined dating, that means they're usually referring to social media have made women become more narcissistic. They have more narcissistic tendencies. But I want to add on to what she's saying and add this into how social media has destroyed dating, because maybe the way women talk about dating and men has always been a thing. but men have never had this sort of front row seat to watch this all the time. That is the issue that social media brings to the dating market, because women might be saying, what's the problem? Like the way we talk about men on social media, that's how we've always been talking about men, but men never knew this. Men had a small glimpse, maybe because their sister, their uncle, or maybe if their mom was a single mother and now she's dead, they had a small glimpse into what sort of the thinking of women, but to hear and see on a constant basis the complaining, the victimization of themselves, the one-sided telling of stories, it's really has brought a disgust to men about women and dating in particular. And I think that is so severely underestimated, that what men are seeing on social media and how women are talking about men and describing dating, men are just like, we're good. We can go do something else, some hobbies, go work out, go work on our money, and just check out of dating.
For any of you guys that have not heard about this TikToker that became the Bachelorette and she filmed her whole season and it was about to come out on Sunday, and then her ex-boyfriend released a video from 3 years ago where she is beating him, choking him, and throwing chairs at him in front of her 5-year-old daughter. Let me just summarize how this is a prime current example of how society views men versus women and the complete double standard that is still there. Women are coming on here on this app that have big followings, right? They are creators and they are defending this woman from doing what she did. They are claiming that it was reactive, right? So like the stuff that we didn't see before this video just made her act that way, which is a prime example of what men face because women continue to not be able to take accountability, and they can't even watch another woman take accountability for her poor actions. But the evidence of what this woman did to him was already there. It came out 3 years ago when she pled guilty to the charges, and she like openly talked about it on her TikTok and how she was like trying to improve herself and make amends. But even with that, she continued to become successful on social media, and she ended up being on 2 major shows. That alone would have never happened if a man had that kind of backstory. Last thing that I'm going to say about this is that women are also coming on here and questioning the timing. They're saying that it just contributes to the evidence that this man has continued to try to tear her down. But if genders were reversed, we would be absolutely praising a woman for giving the information and for releasing that video. Because in that case, she would just be telling her story and saving other future victims. Yet when a man does it, he releases it, all of a sudden, he is still the problem. Make it make sense.
And honestly, I do have to give kudos for a lot of these ladies out here that seem to understand and take accountability for, or because they're not the ones doing it. So they really don't have anything to take accountability for. But just calling out the BS. I think there was one woman that said, sometimes, overthinking, just being overly analytical about everything can be weird. And that's how some of these modern women are. They're overly critical. They're overly analytical. They overthink things. And then when a man is like, I didn't mean anything like that. I didn't mean anything by that. I was just saying hi. Then a woman, instead of that woman taking accountability, I'm sorry, that was, I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. You're right. Sorry. How are you doing? They continue on down this path and trying to improve themselves right. You're not right. You're being a weirdo. Stop doing that.
About something. If you as a man don't have kids, what is the reason to date a single mom? What is the logical reasoning? What is the thought process? What is the reason that you would risk so much to date a single mom? The number one advice that I hear women telling other women is not to date broke men, right? But the equivalent of a woman dating a broke man is dating a single mom, but in my opinion, it's worse because dating a single mom, it comes with more to lose. You could date a man that has great potential. He has a great head on his shoulder. He has great values. He has great morals and he has goals and he's ambitious, but he's just in the process where he's working to build that for himself. Everyone starts off somewhere, but women will still refuse to date broke men, right? As they say, because they want the success of it at the end, because they want to be there in the good times, not the hard times with that man. So I don't understand why a man would purposely put himself in a hard time by dating a single mom. You have so much more to lose. It's funny because women will sit up here and say that men who don't have money shouldn't be dating. They shouldn't even be looking for girlfriends because if they don't have money to date, then they don't deserve love, essentially, right? That's what women say on these apps. I hear it all the time. That if you're a broke man, you shouldn't even be dating. You don't deserve a girlfriend, essentially. But I never hear women tell other women that if you're a single mom, you shouldn't be dating. No, it's the opposite. Women think that single moms deserve the world, and women think that single moms deserve rich men and all of these things. And it's like, so you're sitting here saying that men that are broke don't deserve love, but single moms deserve the world, even though most single moms made bad choices and that's why they are single moms. Most single moms don't have good heads on their shoulders and that's why they're single moms. If women want to advocate for other women and say that women should respect themselves by not dating men that don't have money, okay, well, men should respect themselves by not dating single moms because that is far more baggage and far worse than dating a guy that doesn't necessarily have the funds right now. If a man dates a single mom, he is taking on a role of a father. And in some countries, if a man moves in with the woman, she has kids, he can be held liable to pay child support for kids that are not even his. So men have so much more to lose when they're dating single moms. As women, we expect men to just give us everything and save some women from the horrible decisions that they've made, and that's just not how life works. Society advocates that single moms have more value than a man that is just working towards his goal, essentially. If you're a man and you're dating a single mom because that's all you feel like you can get, then you know what? You need to work harder at becoming a better you, because at the end of the day, if you're dating a single mom, you are risking more long term. And if she feels like you're beneath her, if you feel like that's the reason that you guys are dating because you feel like you can't get better, then guess what? You're just going to be her simp. You're not going to be happy either way. You're going to live a miserable life. So as a man, do better. If you're a man and you don't have kids yourself, why would you date a single mom? It makes zero sense.
Things women say that indicate that she wants to sleep with you. And before you come at me in the comments and tell me some crap like, we're not taking indirect hints, just know that a woman that doesn't want to directly come out and say that she wants to sleep with you is actually interested in you because she doesn't want you to lose interest in her. So the first one that a woman will say that when she wants to sleep with you is something along the lines of like, ooh, boy, you're trouble. You're going to get me in trouble. You're making me act a way that I wouldn't. And what she really means by this is that she wants to sleep with you because you have enough mystery, you're interesting, you lean on the side of caution, like she knows that you might not be any good for her. You have like the bad boy vibes, but you're just good enough to still be a good man to sleep with. So if she says something like, oh man, you're gonna get me in trouble, it's because she wants to sleep with you. The next one is if she gets captivated by your scent. This is why a lot of women, if you give them a hoodie that smells like you, she's not going to wash it for a while. And the reason that she's not going to wash it for a while is because it draws her closer to you through your scent. It makes her think about you. It makes her want to, have a deeper connection with you. So when she says something like, oh, your shirt is really nice, that is a surface level compliment. But if she tells you that you smell good, it's because she wants to know you on a deeper level. The next one that women will say if she wants to sleep with you is if she says something along the lines of, I don't usually do this, but I know this might be too soon, but, and she acts in a way or does something that she wouldn't usually do, it's because she is ready to sleep with you, and that is her way of telling you that she wants to sleep with you. The next one a woman will tell you is something along the lines of, I know you can get any girl that you want. This is her telling you that she is ready to sleep with you, but she's also telling you that, yes, you can get every girl that you want, but she wants you to pick her. It's almost selfishly motivated because she wants to feed her ego in that moment, knowing that you can get all the girls in the world and you still chose her. But at the same time, she's telling you, like, yes, like, I want you because you can actually get all the women that you want, and I want you. And like I said, before you come up in my comments and say you don't want indirect hints, I'm telling you, this is like women 101, because we have all done this a time or two with a guy that we want to sleep with or that we're interested in. And we're hoping that it'll turn into a long-term relationship as we're getting to know you. Hope this helps. Okay, bye.
Why does dating suck in this era? The answer is men. Men are the reason that dating sucks. Oh, but you can't say that. Well, there's always, of course there are exceptions, but overwhelmingly, and statistics back this up, men are the reason that relationships and dating suck. Not only do they no longer want to pursue women, they only want her if she doesn't want him back. As soon as she shows any type of interest, as soon as she lets her walls down, as soon as she lets him get to know her, he loses interest. As soon as she expresses how much she likes him, he's like, I don't like you that much anymore. I know a lot of single women can agree that this happens so frequently. I've seen videos about how we'll be dating someone that pursued us, initiated contact with us, and they'll do everything that we want as far as pursuing. They'll take us out, they'll be a gentleman, they will say the right thing. And then as soon as you start to like them back and show the tiniest ounce of interest, they're like, oh, I'm just really busy. It's sick. They only want the chase. And yes, I know there's going to be men in the comments disagreeing with me, calling me all sorts of names, saying that I need to choose better men. But here's the thing. Choosing better men looks like not choosing men at all, being single, not having kids, not getting married. And that's also a problem for men. So what we're not going to do is sit here and tell women to choose better men when men need to be better men. The last 4 or 5 guys that I have gone on a date with and have actually liked and continue to talk to after the date, regardless of if we ever slept together or not, it always starts and ends the same way. It starts with them showing a lot of interest, love bombing me, wanting to plan something ASAP, taking me out, buttering me up. The date goes well. They want to see me again. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm gorgeous. I'm so much fun to be around. And then I'm like, okay, like things might actually be going well. I'm not going to have too many expectations, but let's just see what happens. And then all of a sudden, they randomly just like stop talking to you. They go from texting you all day, every day, when can I see you again, to, oh, well, I'm just really busy with work, or I just have a lot on my plate right now. And then you're like, okay, like I get it. Just can you let me know, instead of like not talking to me for 2 days? Because in my mind, if you're not talking to me for 2 days, that means you've ghosted me. Or you did. Communication, just being like, hey, I have a really busy day going on. Can I talk to you later? That's literally all it takes. Or you can be like, hey, I don't think we're a good match. You're a cool person, but I just don't think I see a future with us. I would rather that than you just ghosting me. This has happened to me over and over and over again. And men always say that they're like afraid of rejection, right? But I just saw a video talking about how at least men don't get rejected once you've already let your guard down and started to work towards a relationship. That's what happens to women. They act like they're interested in us. They tell us all the things we want to hear. They might even do all the things that we're looking for. And then like that, they switch it up. They slowly just pull away. And then they always hit us with, I'm just really busy right now. It never fails to amaze me how unoriginal men are. Again, this is not about choosing better men. Men are doing this on such a large scale that thousands of women or more know exactly what I'm talking about, because we're all dealing with the same. This is why we say hetero relationships typically only work out when the man likes the woman a little bit more than she likes him. When it's the other way around, it never works. When we say that we want men who yearn, we mean consistently. We mean for the whole relationship, not just in the beginning. If you're just gonna pull back as soon as I'm like, oh my God, I like you too, what the is the point? Don't bother me in the first place.
You have a lot of these modern women, once again, their brain is warped. Their brain is warped. There was a woman complaining about meeting a man in the gym, and essentially she was like, when he asked, hey, you live in the 4th floor, right? That's you. Oh, yeah. Man, you know, I saw your dogs, man. It looks great. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, man. So now I got to fear for my life and this and that. No, you don't. Because if the man already saw you up until that point, he already knows where you live. So he would have done something anyway. But he didn't. Also, we're missing context. Are you talking about the facility gym or just some random gym down the street? Because him saying you live on the 4th floor, right, would indicate to us that y'all are in the gym in your apartment building or your community gym or wherever you live. You live on the 4th floor. Oh, it's nice. I've seen you before. Yeah, man, I've seen your dogs too. They're really cute. He's trying to make a connection with you, but you're a loser and you're a weirdo. So you would think that men are really trying to stalk you out here, and they're not. As a matter of fact, some women in the comments said, you know, the first thing that comes to my mind is I think it comes off weird. I think it comes off weird if you're not attracted to the guy, right? A lot of times we fault guys for approaching us or, you know, going to dating apps or whatever and whatnot. But this is why. This is why we never get approached in person, because we say weird stuff like this. And then the guy's like, what are we talking about right now? You know, I think a woman actually backed her up and said, yeah, we got to learn to be better neighbors. We got to learn to be better people. And I appreciate you for taking accountability.